take 2 pickups the other 99 times.
All right, let's talk about the dark times.
Okay.
Your mom, you miss her a great deal. Tell me about that.
I do.
Carlos Wallace is a man on a mission. The author, professor, organizer, and motivational speaker has accomplished more in his 47 years than most men or women have in a lifetime, including his most recent literary effort entitled The Other 99 Times, Training Your Mind to Enjoy Serenity. The book's powerful message, so profound and so necessary, it inspired this program. Being able to say, you know what, I know my life got beat down because of this one circumstance, but there are 99 other times where my life really went well.
Right.
Bankruptcy, divorce,
Right.
the loss of your mother,
Right.
your father,
Right.
your grandparents.
Yes.
You almost went to jail at one point, you know, and that's detailed in your first book, Life is Not Complicated, You Are. You've been hit a great number of times. You know, some people be like, man, stay down. You know, just stay down, don't get back up, you
Right.
know. You've lost thousands of dollars in business ventures. That's more than one. Where are you finding all these other 99s?
Because for every one loss, there were 99 wins. You know, I know some people, it's like you said, the previous question, man, your life is great. You know, who are you to tell me? But you just gave them all the reasons like, hey, his life is not so great.
In a life marked by near financial ruin, betrayal, and a broken marriage, one thing brings him the deepest pain: the loss of his mother.
She really was my #1 cheerleader, you know, and I just want to.
She's a tough lady, though.
Oh, really? I mean, but that's probably what pushed me harder, because I know to satisfy her is even bigger, you know. So to satisfy anyone else is pretty easy.
One of the things that Mr. Wallace reveals in that book is how he overcame obstacles of success in entertainment as a manager and a promoter.
This ease with which he deals with others may have made him tougher, but not invincible. A Christian and a realist, he's had to find a way to navigate a journey littered with obstacles without taking his eye off the next goal, and the next goal, and the next. This tenacity, part of the reason he wrote The Other 99 Times. The book, released October 2016, became cathartic, a way for Carlos to explain to the world, through the experiences of everyone from sports figures like Brandon Marshall to former First Lady Michelle Obama, that hardships are surmountable. No matter who may dislike you, judge you, choose to do you harm, your blessings are plentiful and your faith must never falter. A discipline, he says, few have mastered.
People that are just lost and they're just all over the place, that's lack of faith. Because the biggest thing faith will give you is direction. And if you submit and have faith, you will find your direction.
This faith, this direction, at one point led him to an encounter with a future president of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama, the first African American to hold the most powerful office in the world.
Being a union organizer afforded me the opportunity to meet a lot of people, to kind of set myself up to where we are now.
President Barack Obama, one
Yes,
of those people,
absolutely.
then Senator.
Yes, then Senator
Obama, you
And I was
worked
like, who
on.
is this guy?
Yeah.
He want our support.
You worked on a
and look
couple
now.
of his campaigns, which kind of gives you some insight into, you know, we have a new president. Let's just say that his campaign came with it a lot of controversy, controversial comments, controversial thoughts, and even to this day, a lot of controversial actions. What will it be like for Carlos Wallace, do you think, living in a Donald Trump America?
It won't be any different. I mean,
Why?
I think, you know, when Barack Obama won president, there was a lot of Barack Obama opposers that thought the world was just absolutely going to end. Here it is 8 years later, and we are still here. So for me to act in that fashion with Donald Trump, I would be acting just like them.
You're very pro-woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the influence of your mom in your life and your grandmother? Is this something that has just built within you over the course of just many years?
Just in the interest of fairness, I think, women don't get a fair shake, and sometimes at the hand of other women, but I just don't like to see unfair acts, and of course minorities receive unfair acts, but I think women, if you're a minority and a woman, like you really have a hill to climb. The best thing my father ever told me: as long as you have breath, you have hope.
Much like the pages of his new book, every aspect of Carlos's life has a purpose. Each chapter of 99 and his journey serves as a personal GPS, a way to give others direction, a plan, a reason to keep going. When he was fired from the railroad, a story he shares in his book, Life is Not Complicated, he was forced to find a way to survive and care for his family. From that need came his company, Soul Caritas, a management and philanthropy enterprise that turned its founder and CEO into one of the most respected comedy promoters and altruists in the entertainment industry. And even after getting his job back, Soul was here to stay.
This is our manager. This is my brother to the day I die, and he's doing big things here in H-Town. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, my man, Mr. Carlos Wallace.
I produce comedy shows because for 2 hours, you get a mental vacation. You get to be happy, you laugh, you enjoy your friends and family for 2 whole hours. And just like the book, there are people that come to me after a show or email me the next day and go, man, I really needed that. My wife died in a car accident 6 months ago, and this was the first time I've been outside. My mother passed away, and my brother and sisters and I came to your show, and this is the first time we laughed. Like, that means more to me than the payout at the end of the show.
In life, as in business, Carlos is no nonsense. It's a lesson that has been inculcated in him since he was a child. Life, while not complicated, must be taken seriously, always. The message resonates with everyone he deals with, and his children are no exception.
My mom would always say, because she was very tough on us, and she said, my job is to make you be able to sustain and live when I'm gone. So, and I kind of take the same approach with them. I'm not going to be soft on them because the world's not going to be soft on them. I'm going to be tough. So when they are out in the real world, it will come easy or not as hard. So that's kind of it, and I don't apologize for it. And it's not that I'm the dad they can't talk to. They can talk to me about anything across the board. It's just that I may give them the answer they don't want to hear.
You are fifth generation railroader. You continued a tradition that you're still very proud of. Legacy, foundation, the ties that bind. Were it not for these basic principles, it would be difficult for many people to see past challenges and appreciate the good around them. Knowing where you come from and respecting your history, your family name, there is honor in one's lineage and inspiration. Now you're now retired.
Right.
You are a professor at Lone Star College. 2 books under your belt. But you want more. You're always hungry. Where does that hunger come from?
Again, my father, as long as you wake up, you have work to do. You know, when I started with the railroad, my number one question was, how many years do I have to work to retire? It's like, why are you already looking at, you're already looking past this? Yeah, because there's so many other things I want to do.
What is it like being a black man in today's society? And how do you mentor other young black men to not accept, but be willing to change what they don't feel is right?
Well, I want to first say it's tough being a black man in America, but it always has been. You know, the stories that my grandfather would share with me about jobs that he couldn't get just because he was black, and he was on the job, but he was a porter, you know, or he was the janitor, and then later my father becoming an engineer. And the first train that I ever was on, I pulled into Palestine, Texas, and my grandfather was at the bank across the street, now a judge, you know, and so he comes over and he just hugged me and cried. And I didn't know why. And he said, I never thought I would live to see my grandson drive a train. So his pain that I saw then doesn't even compare to the pain that I have now. So have we come a long way? Absolutely. I think a lot of the bad things are still there, but with social media, it's even worse.
It explodes,
You know,
yeah.
because it's, you know, it's just a bigger message.
For Carlos, no message resonates greater than that of hope, that of never giving up. That idea, that inspiration is resonating in important ways.
Many people that read your first book are really looking forward to just kind of digging into the second one because of the
Right.
messages.
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit about Life is Not Complicated. You have received at least one, if not two, young students that you teach at Lone Star College in Houston come to you and say, because I read that book, I decided not to take my life.
That, when a student comes to me and say that on how it changed their life, that is my trophy. And no one can ever take that away. I don't have to fight for that belt. It can't be taken away in a bankruptcy. Those are things that I will hold forever. So those really mean a lot to me.
What do you want the other 99 times to do to change the world? I'm making it big, not just affect readers, not just, affect the students that you teach, your children, or me. What do you want the other 99 times to do for the world we're living in now?
To focus on the good. As I spoke earlier about social media and the negativity, if the negativity didn't garner so much attention, it would eventually go away, because it only hangs around because they know that's what people want. But if we train our minds to just ignore it, to push it aside, and to focus on the good, of course there's going to be bad, absolutely, but good days by far outnumber bad ones. I mean, 10 to 1.
All right.
10 to 1.
We'll leave it there. I think that's the perfect last word. Thank you for
Thank you.
anointing our first episode of The Other 99 Times. I'm expecting big things from you, and no, we're not letting up on you. I'm not letting up, and I'm definitely sure you'll be back again.
All right, thanks for having me.
Of course.
That's it. Before we cut, do you want to do an outro onto this camera or no? Do you want to do something like that? People joining us, shooting next time, or
Yeah, that's what do you think?
each other for this one? And then what I'm going to have you do is you're going to turn right to this camera.
Okay.
Okay? All right. In 3, 2.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Tune in for the next episode of The Other 99 Times.